Have you ever finished a workout, chugged a full glass of water, and somehow still feel thirsty? Like your body's asking for something water alone just can't give it? You're not imagining it, and you're definitely not alone. Millions of people hit this exact wall after a run, after a long hot day, even after being sick and just can't figure out why plain water isn't cutting it. Here's the piece most people miss. Sometimes it's not water your body's short on. It's electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium. The tiny minerals that control how your muscles fire, how your nerves send signals, and how water actually moves in and out of your cells. Lose too many, and no amount of plain water will make that thirsty feeling go away. The good news? You don't need a neon sports drink to fix this. Nature already packed electrolytes into things sitting in your kitchen right now. Today, we're counting down 20 natural drinks that can replace what your body's actually losing, starting with the most refreshing one on the list. Let's start with the original electrolyte drink, one nature's been serving for thousands of years before sports drink was even a phrase. Coconut water is naturally loaded with potassium, plus a gentler dose of sodium and magnesium. It's light, it's slightly sweet, and it's basically nature's version of what athletes pay premium prices for in a bottle. Next one you'd never expect, milk post-workout. Milk actually outperforms a lot of sports drinks in studies. It's got sodium, potassium, and calcium, plus protein to help muscles recover. That's why you'll see it in a lot of gym bags right next to the towel, not just the breakfast table. Fresh squeezed orange juice brings potassium and a serious hit of vitamin C to the table. Skip the store-bought stuff loaded with added sugar. The real thing, squeezed straight from the fruit, is what does the electrolyte work. Watermelon is over 90% water, but it's the other 10% that matters here. Potassium and magnesium plus natural sugars that actually help your body absorb them faster. On a hot day, this might be the single most refreshing drink on this list. Now here's one you can make in 30 seconds with what's already in your kitchen. Squeeze half a lemon into a glass of water. Add a small pinch of salt. That salt replaces sodium. The lemon brings potassium and vitamin C. It's simple, it's fast, and it works. If you've ever been sick with a stomach bug, you might already know this one. It's what doctors actually recommend. A measured mix of salt, sugar, and water in the right ratio replaces fluids and electrolytes faster than water alone. It's not fancy, but it might be the most effective drink on this entire list. Bananas are famous for potassium for a reason. One banana alone covers a solid chunk of your daily needs. Blend it into a smoothie with a splash of milk, and you've got a creamy, filling electrolyte drink that doubles as an actual meal. Swirl Greek yogurt with a little fruit and you get potassium, calcium, and a probiotic boost your gut will thank you for. It's thicker, more filling than the others, a good pick when you want your electrolyte drink to also curb your appetite. Tomato juice is one of the most underrated options here. It's naturally rich in potassium, actually more per cup than a lot of sports drinks, plus sodium if you add a pinch of salt. Garnish it with celery and it barely feels like health food at all. Cucumber juice is mostly water, but it carries a light dose of potassium and magnesium along with it, plus a genuinely cooling effect on a hot day. Add a few mint leaves and it feels less like medicine and more like a spa afternoon in a glass. Quick pause here if you're wondering whether you actually need any of this, or if you're just supposed to drink more water. Stick around, because in a few minutes I'll break down exactly when these drinks matter most, and when they honestly don't. Pineapple juice brings potassium plus manganese and a natural sweetness that makes it easy to drink even when you're not that thirsty yet, which matters, because waiting until you're already dehydrated is waiting too long. Beet juice looks intense. That deep magenta color isn't for show. It's rich in potassium plus nitrates that support healthy blood flow. It's an acquired taste for some, but athletes have been using it for years for a reason. Celery juice has had its moment on social media, and for once there's something to it. It naturally contains sodium and potassium together, which is a rarer combination than you'd think in a single plant. Strawberries bring potassium and a big dose of vitamin C and blended into a smoothie. They turn what could feel like a chore into something that tastes like dessert. Kiwi is one of the most nutrient-dense fruits you can buy. Potassium, vitamin C, and magnesium, all in one small green package. Blended up, it's tart, bright, and genuinely energizing. Aloe vera drinks carry a light mineral content and are often used to help soothe digestion, which matters, because how well your gut works affects how well you actually absorb the electrolytes you're drinking in the first place. Walk through a street market in South Asia or Latin America, and you'll see this being pressed fresh right in front of you. Sugarcane juice carries potassium and natural electrolytes, plus enough natural sugar to replace energy fast, which is exactly why it's a go-to after physical labor in hot climates. Bone broth flips the formula. Instead of fruit-based potassium, it's rich in sodium and other minerals pulled from slow-cooked bones. It's warm, it's savory, and it might be the most comforting drink on this entire list, especially when you're under the weather. Certain herbal teas, chamomile among them, carry small amounts of minerals and, just as importantly, encourage you to keep sipping fluids steadily instead of chugging all at once, which is actually the better way to rehydrate. And to close out the list, a recipe that combines a lot of what we just covered into one drink. Coconut water as your base, banana for potassium, strawberries and orange for vitamin C, a squeeze of lime ice, all blended together. It's the greatest hits version of everything on this list in one glass. So when do you actually need these? 3 moments stand out. Intense exercise in heat, especially anything over an hour. Long hikes or physical work outdoors where you're sweating steadily for hours. And recovering from illness, vomiting, diarrhea or fever, where your body's losing electrolytes fast. Outside of those situations, honestly, water and a balanced diet usually have you covered. Quick myth to bust before we wrap up. More electrolytes isn't always better. Chugging a sports drink after every light workout can load you up on sugar and sodium you don't actually need. These drinks work best when they're matched to what your body's actually lost, not as a daily replacement for water. 20 drinks, all pulled from nature, all doing what a neon sports drink promises without the artificial dyes and added sugar. Coconut water for light everyday hydration. An oral rehydration mix for when you're really depleted. Bone broth for comfort, a smoothie for something in between. So next time you finish a workout and reach for water, but that thirst just won't quit, you'll know exactly why and exactly what to reach for instead. If this helped, hit subscribe for more of this, and I'll see you in the next one.